2016! We made it! Woo! Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I know we took a little hiatus there at the end of 2015 from the Brains and Brawn show, but welcome back to the Brains and Brawn show for episode uno, dos, tres. We made it. We made a goal saying, hey, we're going to get 3 of these dang episodes out, and if we do, then we hit our goal and we'll just make a new goal. So I guess we're going to make a new goal. Don't know what it is yet. Anyways, we asked some people, we got some good feedback from the first 2 videos. What is creatine anyway? Best types of protein, who needs protein anyway? This one is going to be just by request, really. What are BCAAs? Who needs BCAAs? Is it a gimmick? Are they worth it? What the heck are these things? What does it stand for? Actually, that's probably one of the most common questions, like, what does that even stand for? I know there's aminos. Why would I need branched chain aminos? So, we're going to get the nerdy stuff out of the way because I always want you guys to know that I'm actually I want to cite my sources, want you to know that I'm just pulling this stuff out of the air, although I have had like a decade of experience doing this, which is crazy to think about. I'm 28 now, and I was doing some other stuff for the big mothership company when I was 18, so we're back. So what are branched chain amino acids? Poliquin group, I always hate saying that, Poliquin group, very, very good resource. Check out their website if you haven't, poliquingroup.com, a lot more than just some other, it's not a blog, basically, not just people on there just typing out of their butt. So let's get the basics out of the way. What are BCAAs? First off, they are branched chain amino acids. The branched chain amino acids are made up of 3 essential aminos. They are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. They are essential because the body is unable to make them out of other amino acids, meaning they must be ingested through food or taken via supplementation. So the biggest takeaway from that is they are essential to the body because the human body is unable to make them. We have to. That's why they are essential. They are essential that we consume them. And most people just aren't getting enough protein in their diets anyways. So now that we know what they are, let's go through some of the basics. BCAA metabolites were found to be a significant indicator of lean mass in a population of young and middle-aged adults. People who consume a threshold, basically a good decent amount of essential aminos that contained specifically the branched chain amino acids with every meal have less visceral belly fat and more muscle mass. That's another thing we're going to get into that should excite a lot of you before we even get too deep into this thing, is BCAAs are super popular in the bodybuilding, the workout, the CrossFit, the resistance training, weightlifting community, and they should be for good reason. We're going to dive into actually why they are great for incinerating fat as well. Yes, branched chain aminos do help with fat loss, so yeah. BCAAs trigger protein synthesis and inhibit protein breakdown. In healthy people, BCAAs improve glucose uptake and insulin sensitivity. In diabetics, BCAA dietary intake with other therapeutic interventions may improve metabolic markers. Branched chains play an important role in muscle and energy production during exercise, which is the reason they are most often used intra-workout or during your workouts. BCAAs convey many health benefits, and a higher dietary intake has been identified as a predicator to longevity. There have been found to reduce muscle soreness and tense stuff. So basically they do a whole bunch of stuff that's really, really good for our bodies. So take them, eat them, because you're probably not eating enough. You should supplement with them. So, I actually made notes for this episode. So this is not off the top of the dome. Like, look at this. I wrote things. I literally wrote things down for you people. So why do I need BCAAs anyways? First off, let's talk about some of the muscle side of things, the benefits of that. 35% of muscle tissue is contained of, basically 35% of our muscle tissue is branched chain amino acids, either isoleucine, leucine, or valine. Really, the basics of the BCAAs we just went through. This is another huge question. I took questions down from people, Facebook messaging me, a couple emails, phone calls from some people, some texts. So I want these to be beneficial for you guys. So if there's branched chain amino acids found in our food sources, right? If I go home and eat a chicken breast, a piece of tilapia, steak, I'm getting branched chain amino acids, correct? Correct. So why would I need to also, what are the benefits of me taking whey protein that has branched chain amino acids in it versus supplementing with a true like BCAA supplement, like what I'm drinking now. Well, for one, this thing tastes really good and it's got caffeine in it, but that's besides the point. Because of the branch chain structure of that amino acid, the isoleucine, the leucine, and the valine, they are able to bypass our body's main filtration system, the liver. So they don't have to go through all the metabolic breakdowns and processing to finally get into the bloodstream and become effective to our muscle tissue. I drink this. Bah, it just went straight, not literally right there, but it's immediately into my bloodstream when I take this supplement in called amino uptake, which we'll talk about in a second. So when I take a whey protein shake, although super important as well to be supplementing with, those are an amino acid strain. So picture just literally along like a bike chain that you'd lock your bike up when we were a kid. Those are all amino acids. Before your body can use those into the muscle tissue and for burning body fat, helping out with diabetic patients, they have to be chopped up, if you will. And then every individual amino acid is then utilized. So there's a delay in the process, breaks it down, not as potent, not as usable. Although still really good. You need both. So a good high protein content diet is going to give you the branch chains that you need, but also free form amino acids are directly and immediately bypassing my liver, getting right into my bloodstream, being effective immediately. That leads into when should I use? Okay, I'm bought in. I know that I could use whatever my goal is. I could benefit from purchasing some branch chain amino acids from somewhere. Now what? Now when do I use them? Glad you asked. Great question. You guys are a great audience. Shout out to the haircut, though. Shout out to the haircut, though. Woo! What you know about that? Rebecca Martin. I think on Facebook she goes by Becca Martin, Bekah. Family member of mine, actually younger sister. And yeah, she does hair. So holler at her. I think she charges like $1 a haircut. You gotta honor that price now, Rebecca, because I said it. So, how do I use them? Most popularly, for the athlete who's training, we want to use them intra-workout. So during the actual workout. Why? Because they're immediately picked back up. It's kind of like a circular logic. Like, they're immediately absorbed, so I should use them intra-workout. I should use them intra-workout because they're immediately absorbed. But that's true. Instead of like like a Gatorade or a Powerade, you know, there are some benefits. I mean, you get some sugar, which is just a basically temporary little burst of energy, but it's a lot of sugar that's doing that in those sports drinks, if you want to call it that. You can see this is real. This is unedited. Hey, can I call you right back? All right, I will. Bye. Working hard. So, use them intra-workout. It's immediately, instead of me, you know, I'm going to put down that Powerade, pick up that BCAA because I sip that BCAA, and in between my set of squats, my muscles are burning, my quads, my glutes, my hamstrings. Those aminos are immediately getting basically forged right back into that muscle tissue to re-energize my body, to reproduce natural cellular energy, to help rebuild or trigger that protein synthesis. Essentially, I'm supporting my muscle contractions for my workout simultaneously to using that energy up. Think of this. Think it's like a car. It's a car going down the highway and you got the gas station following you. You're filling up your gas tank while you're driving the car. It's awesome. That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy. So, use them intra-workout. That's one way. That's for just the athlete. Anybody could use it that way. Immediately following the workout, for post-workout, they're great for preventing a lot of soreness, a lot of fatigue, a lot of delayed onset muscle soreness, inflammation. They're great for muscle recovery, to heal up that muscle. Because again, when we're working out, you're just causing trauma to that muscle, ripping up the actual muscle tissue. We heal it by, of course, good nutrition, rest, sleep, all that. Good hormonal production, which we can help you out with too. But also getting those amino acids in immediately following the workout. Now, if we want to go more fat burning, I got something for you. Back to the Poliquin group. God, I hate that name. I wish they weren't so reputable. Okay, so BCAAs increase fat burning and can support lean mass. Check this out. So, surveys show that people with a higher branched-chain amino acid intake in their diets have less body fat, more lean muscle tissue, and a better body composition overall. For example, a large study of 4,429 subjects found that those with higher BCAA intake were the slimmest and had significantly less chance of being overweight compared to those with a lower BCAA intake. Drink your damn BCAAs, is what that just told you. It didn't, but it told you that. Following up with that, researchers think that leucine is the magic bullet for leanness, although only in conjunction with other BCAAs. Leucine is the primary branched-chain amino acid. Greater fat metabolite mobilization allows for a more flexible metabolism, which can enable fat loss from a combination of training and exercise. Isoleucine improves glucose tolerance, while leucine increases energy expenditure and fat oxidation. What does all that mean? In review, I just lost my place. In a review of the role that the essential amino acids play in the body composition, scientists wrote that the BCAAs appear to have a unique obesity-reducing effect. Literally, they put that in quotes. They appear to have a unique obesity-reducing effect. I know most people do this when it's not good. I want you to know that this is good in this situation. Because they decrease food intake and body weight by increasing the gene signaling for muscle-building pathways. So essentially, taking branched-chain amino acids with primary meals throughout the day allows for a greater fat oxidation effect and a greater fat mobilizing effect to use that fat